Hello and welcome back to Sakura Beach 2. So that's what it was. You can't stake ownership on someone, nor are you allowed to decide things for him. He's my friend, I don't plan to give him up. Come on, you two. We shouldn't be fighting like this. Both of them turned their backs on each other. I don't think I've seen Ayumi pout like this, which gives me a rather bad feeling. I think it's the first time I've seen Neen angry too. Both of them are positively fuming. I refuse to agree to this. This girl can't come in here and just... How am I supposed to be friends with someone who's got envious eyes? This Ayumi girl isn't suitable to be around Seiji at all. He needs someone honest. Who are you calling dishonest? I haven't lied about a single thing I've said. It's more or less true, actually. She isn't lying, but what she says isn't exactly accurate. Like the part where she says she can hear the universe. I don't care what Seiji thinks. You can't just come here and take my childhood friend away from me. If there's one thing I'll stake my life on, it's keeping you away. Try your best. I'll be by the side of my mentor forever. Your mentor? When did he become your mentor, exactly? When he sent me on a quest of discovery? Stop acting so familiar with him. Even though both of them are fighting like this. Well, it reminds me of how Ayumi fights with Momoko. Perhaps in this conflict they'll come to some sort of understanding. Ayumi, be reasonable here. You and Momoko have that agreement. She only wants to be friends with me, right? So you don't need to be jealous. Nahin's cheeks puff up even more when I say that. You blockhead, Seiji. You don't get it at all. I don't want to, but I agree with her. You don't get it at all? What don't I get? Why can't someone just explain the situation to me and we can come up with a compromise? Wouldn't that be the mature thing to do? My words don't seem to make any difference. Seiji should be shared. Someone as special as him deserves to be shared around. Shared around? Exactly. No stake in ownership. I want to spend time with Seiji too. And I wanted to choose it for himself. The two of them began walking away from one another. Nain leaves the apartment through the front door, and Ayumi retreats back to their bedroom. Well, neither of them are going to want to talk to one another. And I don't feel like I should butt in either. Perhaps I could talk about the problem with Momoko. She might know what to do. Momoko and I eventually head to the beach by ourselves. We end up at the shack overlooking the ocean. Ayumi didn't join us. What happened to Ayumi? Did you do something to make her sulk, Seiji? It wasn't really me, no. Then what was it? You know how you smelled food cooking? I did. Oh, right. She wasn't even awake when she got out of bed. Well, Niam was over this morning. She was? Who let her in? She let herself in. Apparently the balcony door was unlocked and she came in that way. Wow, that's amazing. Momoko doesn't seem to be that bothered by it at all. Wonder how she learned to do that. Oh, don't get off track, man. That's not really the point, Momoko. Ayumi got really upset with the fact that she was there. Well, of course. She's jealous, you know. Obviously, we need to come up with a compromise. Why don't we sit down and talk about it, Seiji? We take seats opposite to each other. Nien still doesn't know what's happening between the three of us. I think that we've avoided it long enough. Nien seems to have no intention of leaving, so we need to explain how complicated things are. You're right. Things are already starting to get, well, pretty bitter between them both. Nien doesn't seem to think that we have any kind of relationship, nor about the confession. Right. Alright. So perhaps if she understands the situation, we can help her fit in. And if she feels the way I think she does, how do you think she feels? I think you're an important person to her, Seiji. And if I had to take a guess, the feelings are not unlike mine and Ayumi's. Well, what's that meant to mean? Momoko just laughs to herself. We tried to make a point of understanding how we felt. But you can't work it out when it's someone else. What do you mean? Shaking her head, Momoko turns away from me. Don't think about it. I'm sure the answer will come to you eventually. What's that supposed to mean? Anyway, I think Ayumi has been worried for some time now. Our harem isn't going according to plan, is it? I didn't know that we had a plan for it. You've got to have a plan, silly. Even if everyone gets to express their feelings in a harem, it doesn't matter if you never get anywhere, does it? I've been doing my best to encourage Ayumi too, and I've been doing my best to make things advance. Even so, you're just too shy, aren't you, Seiji? She makes a point. They're both trying really hard, but they haven't done nearly as much to change my attitudes. But look, it just isn't that easy, you know? My whole life I've seen you as friends. And now, well, you're both so... You've both become women. I'm just not used to that yet. I know. You've never been good around girls. That shyness is part of your charm, though. Adorable, silly, innocent Seiji. That's who you are. I also want you to know, I think it doesn't really matter who loves you the most. Even if we never get anywhere. Don't misunderstand me, I want to get closer to you, Seiji. I want all of us to get closer to you. And it does hurt when I think that might not happen between you and me. But even if we never go anywhere, it'll make me happy just to be with you, whether it's as friends. Standing up, she walks to the other side of the table and quietly takes one of my hands and places my hand on her chest. Or as lovers. Just feel my heartbeat, Seiji. It'll tell you everything you need to know. She quietly smiles at me, holding tightly onto my hand. How is it that she manages to be so cute at times? I'm getting lost in her eyes. Because what's important to me is that I get to be with you, no matter what happens. You promised me that, right? No matter what happens, no matter where you go in the future, please let me be by your side. Take my other hand and place it on hers. I promise that no matter what happens, we'll be together, Momoko. Thank you! I really needed to hear that, Seiji. Because I feel the same way as Ayumi does. Above all else, I don't want to lose you. But I don't think Nain wants to take you away from us. Of course not, she's just a friend. I think Ayumi's just overreacting, don't you? Oh, silly Seiji. Never change.
Oh man, this game.
After talking with Momoko, I've reaffirmed that I need to tell Nain the truth. She said she went off to the park after she'd had that spat with Ayumi. Wandering around, I try my best to find her. There she is, sitting by herself on a bench. She looks, well, pretty distraught at the moment. As I approach her, she puts on a smile as she sees me. Oh, hello, Mr. Stranger. Hey, Nain, are you alright? Sorry, I'm just not that used to getting into arguments. It's upset me a bit more than I thought it would. Don't worry about that. She still shifts uncomfortably. Do you not want me around you, Seiji? Should I listen to Ayumi and stay away? I don't know. I don't know enough about this to judge for myself. What should I do, Seiji? If I didn't want you around, why would I have gone looking for you?
I don't know.
She's hurting right now. I don't think she's seeing things very clearly. You're free to stay around me as much as you like, Nain. But what about Ayumi? She said she wouldn't accept me being there. She huddles up on the bench, putting her arms around her legs. I just don't know. What do you feel like doing? What do I feel like doing? Yeah. What do you want to do, Nain? She seems to think about it for a long time. I want to stay with you and stay. We'll work something out, Nain. Ayumi really is a nice person. She gets a bit protective of me. I understand. I think it's time I tell her the truth. Listen, I didn't tell you this before because, well, I didn't exactly want you to think this is normal. What are you talking about? Both of those girls, they're both trying to form a relationship with me. But both of them? They aren't just competing for your love. Well, they are, but at the same time they both want to have me. So that's the compromise we came up with. This is completely different from the book. Could you stop bringing up that book, please? But you told me to study it thoroughly. The part where the lovers find out about each other and jealousy lash out for the love they both want. Never thought it could work out this way too. Look, I want to make this perfectly clear. The idea of theirs is not normal. A man usually has one partner. Oh, I'm so sorry I'm yawning a lot this morning. To be fair, it is not quite 8 o'clock yet and I've already been up for 3 hours, so you know, fun times. Basically, okay, we formed a harem. A harem is where multiple girls can be the wives of a single man. But it's not normal, isn't practiced in most countries. But I agreed to it anyway. Neem's face lights up, almost like she has an idea. So if you have this kind of agreement, seems like she's bursting to say something. Could I be part of it too? You mean, yeah, Seiji? I didn't know what it was at first. You started talking about love and how you didn't know what it felt like. And then I started thinking to myself, what are the feelings I don't understand? Could it be love? Okay, what exactly is it about our main character? Because I have no idea what the hell he looks like. So, something about him is obviously incredibly attractive. It's either that or he's got ant pheromones. It just became this weird, fuzzy feeling in my chest. But it was warm and I liked it. But didn't you just want to be friends? That's all I wanted to begin with, just a friend. This isn't how I imagined it would work out. I'm so sorry about all the yawning this morning. You've been so nice to me, even when you know I've said something strange. I could tell when you found out what I said off-putting. Just how much is this girl aware of? Listen, Seiji, I know I'm not typical. I know I get confused that I don't understand a lot of things, and that I've only lived a very small world until I met you. But do I have a chance to? Can I be part of this agreement? This harem, as you called it? Is there some kind of joining process? I'll do whatever I have to in order to join you. Well, I really don't know what I should say to her. Well, just give me some time. We needed to talk to both of them about it, including Ayumi. Definitely Ayumi. That'll be a problem, I know. I know I shouldn't have gotten angry with Ayumi. In fact, I now understand her feelings. Jealousy was one of the key parts of that story I was reading. When you love someone, you want them all to yourself. So I'm jealous of her too. That must be how I feel. I'm also kind of jealous of Momoko. Why would you be jealous? Because they've known you your whole lives. But I've only had this long. I want to learn more about you, Seiji. I want to try my best to make you happy too. Well, Neen, don't know how I feel about you yet. So I'm going to need some time before I can give you an answer too. Since Momoko and Ayumi are hell-bent on this harem idea, the idea of Neen joining it too doesn't sound unreasonable. But in the event you did join, what will we do when we go home? I aren't going to be staying here much longer, Neen. What would you do if I said yes, and then I went home? I would follow you. It'd be a struggle, but if I can convince my parents, I'll move to the same school as you. Isn't that a bit fast, Neen? We've only met recently. Not at all. I'm sure of my feelings for you. Congratulations, you're a teenager with your first crush. You're being a complete moron. Because let's face it, 95% of all teenagers are morons when it comes to their first crush. You know, I was. I'm willing to bet. You know, most of the people I know were. No matter where you go, I will go too. I want to follow my heart, Mr. Stranger. Judging by the gleaming determination in her eyes, she sincerely means every word she said. Well, okay. But your parents are really strict, aren't they? How do you plan to convince them to let you pursue an education at a public school? I'll work something out. I really have been living in a small world, but with you I'll explore the brave new one. Nain happily smiles at me. Not just you, but Ayumi and Momoko too. I'll do my best to make peace with this arrangement. I'm sure things will be fine. Sounds like the odds are stacked against us, but I think with a little luck everything will work out fine. After all, I wouldn't want to be cynical and break the heart of this cute girl. I'll do my best too. Ayumi can be really stubborn, but I think we'll be able to convince her. I'm not really sure what just happened, but I think things are about to get even more complicated than they were before. So, that's how it's going to be. But, I wonder how it would work out for you, Nain. When did you show up? Oh, I was always here. So it is normal to listen to other people's conversations? Oh no. What do you mean by how it'll work out for me, Momoko? Well, something I prepared myself for too. I tried to tell myself that everything will be fine no matter what happens. I'm also scared about the outcome of all this. Dad told me that it's normal to be worried about things he can't control. Nain gives Momoko a strong hug. Sometimes it helps to tell someone that it's okay to be scared. So Momoko, can I be part of this arrangement too? She's staring at Momoko with puppy eyes. Well, you'd be competing against me for it, and Ayumi too. Are you sure your feelings are strong enough to make it? Nain nods eagerly. I have no doubt they are. When I looked up at the sky, the universe told me I have a chance with Seiji. So let's try our best to get along. Alright, I'll let you join the agreement. This is all for Seiji's happiness after all. God, the sexual politics of this game. Oh boy, right. Moving on. Happiness. Right. Now that Nain has been sucked into this idea, I have a bad feeling about where it's all going to go. Now then, since I'm part of this agreement now, I need to get to know my rivals. Well, it's not a rivalry thing, everyone. I will not lose. Remember, Nain, Seiji's love is to be fought for. Well, there's enough of him to go around, you need to fight to get that little bit more. I understand. Watch as I charm him. And it looks like I've been left out of the conversation once again. This seems too much like what happens between Ayumi and Momoko regularly. But if it's like that, then I think Nain's going to fit in just fine. Well, I can't shake off these feelings. She looks to me then. Seiji, I know we talked about it. Tell me again that everything will work out between all of us. I tried to put on a brave face for you, but I can't help but feel scared. I promise. No matter what, it'll be fine. Thank you. See? You need to cheer up, Momoko. I never thought I'd see Nain trying to abate Momoko of her fears. This is a strange world I've ended up in. I have to break the news to Ayumi. She's not going to like it, of course, but the whole point of the agreement is that everyone gets a chance. So is it fair to deny Nain a chance? Nain and Momoko came back to the hotel with me. Glad to see that Momoko's back to her usual self. We're home! Ayumi walks out of their room. Welcome! She sees Nain then. Oh, you're here. Now, she's allowed to be here. How do I break the news to Ayumi? Oh, just say it. She's part of our arrangement. What? You mean... Yep, that's right. So we'll all have to do our best to get along. But... Why didn't you talk to me about this first? Isn't that what we're doing now? I haven't had a chance to speak my mind on it. Why is no one listening to me? Ayumi, I understand you're scared. No matter what happens, I promise I'm going to be with you. No one can steal me away from you. But... What if you like her more than... That isn't going to happen at all. Ayumi, I understand your agreement now. Both of you want Seiji, so all of us deserve a chance to be with Seiji. I won't dare let him not consider your feelings. That would be selfish, right? Ayumi looks like she hasn't accepted it, but she relents reluctantly. Yes, that's right. But do remember your place, Naeem. I've known Seiji my entire life. I know what makes him happy. So it's a competition to make Seiji happy? Yes, not to get his affection. God, this game's sexual politics. I'm gonna have a lot to talk about in the review. I need some time to think. I'm going for a walk. Mind if I come with? Okay. She doesn't look very happy, and I sit down next to her on the beach. Still not happy with how things worked out? Yes. She looks away from me and continues pouting. Like I said before, she's practically a stranger compared to me. While she says that it isn't her intent to steal you away from me, I don't trust her yet. Well, that's understandable. That kind of jealousy doesn't go away in the blink of an eye. Yes. Another one-word reply. God, she must be really mad if this is the case. I know that I have to get along with Naeem, but I'm just not ready to accept it yet. I need a moment to get it all out of my system. I know I've been forming a harem, but Naeem is a newcomer. She doesn't know you the way I do, Seiji. It feels like all of our years together meant nothing if some girl can come in and demand that she wants to be part of our special arrangement too. It feels like the time I spent with you meant nothing. That's all I'm trying to say. That's not true at all, Ayumi. You're special to me, and there's no one I would rather have spent all of these years with. She seems to stop pouting for a little bit when I say that. You're acting cool again. Really? I didn't notice. Yeah, you are. I guess the point of a harem is that many girls can all love the same man without having to compete for him. There'll always be newcomers in a harem. I wasn't expecting it so soon. You thought I was going to have even more girls in my harem? Well, I thought it was a possibility. I didn't give a lot of thought to it. I was happy for it to just be the three of us. Ayumi sighs to us. That has to be sighs to herself, right? So far, I'm pretty sure we're 5 for 5 in typos. We've had at least one per part. She signs to herself. Apparently she knows sign language. I don't. Well, correction, I know one piece of sign language. Yes, I am currently holding a middle finger up to the screen. How did you guess? Well, you know my doubts now. That's the important thing. I don't know where all of this is going, and what kind of future we'll share together, but I hope it works out okay for everyone. Yeah, I hope so too. We'll all work out together, Ayumi. Yeah. I still need some time to be moody. You sure you'll be fine by yourself? Of course I'll be fine. No, I can't just leave it like this. Do you want to go do something? Just you and me? Just the both of us? That seemed to change her mood. I guess that would be okay, Seiji. As she stands up, something doesn't feel right. Huh? That's odd. So, what kind of shameless fan service we thinking? I'm gonna go with accidental nudity. What is? Called it! The straps of Ayumi's hands suddenly... What? That sentence makes no sense. Whatever. The straps of Ayumi's hands suddenly come undone. He's fast this time though, catching the top before it falls off. Oh, so not quite accidental nudity, just close to it. What? Why is this happening again? Maybe if you'd bought a new one. Stupid perverted swimsuit! She angrily curses at it, but cursing only seems to make it worse. Her top seems determined to escape from her chest, seemingly slipping between her fingertips. Stop that! I command you to stop it! As she tries to cling onto the swimsuit, it looks like she's kneading around. I command you to stop! As she keeps going, the top continues to slip through her fingertips. I'm sorry if she spent like a minute talking to it at this point. She can't let go of it at this point or it'll slip off. Seiji! Please help! She tries to readjust her hands, but it only gets worse. What is with this swimsuit? Did you do something to it, Seiji? Okay, what could I have possibly done to it to make it do this? Stop blaming me for everything. Ayumi doesn't seem to be paying attention to me, though. The top slips in between her fingers. No, no! It's gonna fall! Desperately, she looks up at me. Seiji, cover me! She suddenly lets go of it and hugs me from behind. And for a moment I lose all awareness of what's happening around me. I feel... Get off! Get off! I tried to struggle out of her grip, but she refuses to let go. I don't like this any more than you do, but if I move, people will see me. Do you know how embarrassing that'll be? Well, it will be embarrassing, but she's gripping tighter. I can feel her pressing even harder against my back. Not so tight. I know that you can feel them. Just endure it for now. She begins to guide me towards the top. Retrieve it for me, Seiji. I'll allow you to touch it just this once. But... Touching her top? Wouldn't that be... Just do it, okay? Awkwardly, I reach out towards it. As I pick it up, it slips in between my hands. Stupid top! Curse whoever made this thing. And so I chased after the top for the next hour or so. You realise, guys, I've literally seen hentai that's got better sexual politics than this game. And has less forced, you know, unsubtle fan service. We got back with that incident. Momoko and Nain already seem to be getting along well. That's right, don't forget that. Oh, I didn't think it would taste nice. We're home. Oh, hi, Seiji. Nain's learning more about cooking. Oh no. Looks like Nain's skeptical of it. Where's Ayumi? Slowly, Ayumi emerges from behind me. Well, sorry, Nain. I'm fine with you being here, I just wanted to confirm that. Oh, I'm glad. I wanted to get along with you, Ayumi. Nain happily bounds over and gives her a hug. Okay, I want to get along with you too. Things will be fine from here. I'm just picking the most optimistic options because they all seem to be the ones that are least likely to result in longer conversations. Well, as long as they don't teach Nain anything weird. Now then, since I'm part of this arrangement, I need to learn the ropes. Huh? The ropes? Yeah? Teach me what needs to be done in order to be part of the arrangement? I don't know that this was like a club or something. We don't have any rules that I know of. Well, I suppose the point is to make Seiji happy. There's also a secondary goal. Secondary goal? Tell me about the secondary goal? Nain's listening a little too intensely to Momoko. It's kind of worrying. Listen, Nain, I wouldn't take everything they say to... Seiji needs exposure. Exposure to what? Things to make him stop being so shy, of course. Seiji needs to be made into a hungry beast. Why would we need to do that? Oh no, I forgot how innocent she is. She's going to be suckered into their evil schemes before I know it. Listen to me, Nain. Like I said, you see, Seiji hasn't even kissed anyone before. Keeps running away if you try to do it. I don't run away, I'm just not ready for those things yet. For the record, if he's not ready, stop pressuring him. Let's face it, if this was the other way around, if this was three guys all trying to pressure one girl into, well, anything, frankly, let's be honest, the obvious thing there would be incredibly creepy. Just because the genders are reversed does not make it any less wrong. We got that? Good. A guy can be as not ready for sex as any girl. I can't believe I still have to explain. Yeah, I need a copy of that protest. There's another great protest sign, which is just a very old woman holding up a sign that says, "I can't believe I still have to protest this shit." You're scared. My, Ayumi, don't be too harsh on him. Why don't you try and give him a kiss right now? What? Me? Give him a kiss? Yes. She looks at me with dazed eyes. Kiss him? It's just a kiss, right, Seiji? She's barely coherent. Maybe I'll try later. Momoko just smiles to herself. See, kissing the boy you like is hard, as well as kissing the girl you like. So for Seiji's sake, we're going to train him. Train me? Yes, you'll go through Momoko's confidence building camp. We'll make you ready for what you need to do, Seiji. Okay, I'm not even sure I want to know what that is, but I suspect we'll find out in the next part. So, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next part.